We're talking today about so-called gray divorce retirement planning with Robert Epstein and Eliana Baer on Fox Rothschild podcast. Robert and Eliana are attorneys with the firm's New Jersey Family Law Group. They are frequent contributors to the firm's New Jersey Family Legal blog and help to develop the firm's New Jersey Divorce app for mobile devices. Eliana, Robert, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Eliana, you recently authored a blog post about the gray divorce phenomenon that is sweeping the nation. As you highlighted in the post, whereas the divorce rate among couples age 50 and above was only 10% back in 1990, today it's risen to a staggering 25%. That's 1 in 4 gray couples.
Yes, and while certainly it's an interesting statistic and perhaps even a telling sociological commentary on the baby boomer generation at large, it's important to be mindful that a gray divorce may have other certain practical consequences in terms of retirement planning. For instance, did you know that your former spouse may be entitled to 1/2 of your Social Security benefit upon retirement?
This may actually impact one spouse's overall retirement plan and therefore should be considered during the divorce process. As a result, it's important to familiarize yourself with the regulations surrounding Social Security spousal benefits and carefully weigh all of the factors involved when contemplating divorce at an advanced age or even following any long-term marriage.
Eliana, can you share some quick facts with us comprising most of what an individual in this circumstance would need to know?
Sure. In terms of the length of the marriage, it's important to know that a former spouse can collect Social Security retirement benefits from you as long as your marriage lasted 10 years or more.
Robert, does a couple's age factor into the issue?
Yes, both spouses must be eligible to receive Social Security benefits. The benefits may be elected as early as age 62 as long as the former spouse is also age 62 and the divorce has been final for 2 years or more.
Eliana, what about eligibility for filing?
Well, you actually don't even have to have filed for Social Security for your former spouse to be eligible to receive benefits based on your wage earnings.
Robert, how are these benefits calculated?
It's pretty straightforward. Retirement benefits for former spouses are calculated as if you're still married. At full retirement age, benefits are equal to 50% of what you would receive at retirement age. Starting benefits early can reduce benefits by as much as 30% for those born in 1960 or later.
Eliana, what effect does one's remarriage have on the former spouse?
Your former spouse does not even have to be remarried. A second marriage will result in the waiver of his or her spousal benefits unless that marriage ends in divorce as well. If the second marriage lasted 10 years or more, the former spouse can be claimed via the spouse that produced the larger retirement benefit. If you're remarried, your former spouse's benefit will not impact your Social Security payment.
Robert, what's the effect of death on the surviving ex?
When a former spouse dies, the ex's benefit then becomes a survivor benefit, and that's equal to 100% of your Social Security payments rather than the 50% spousal amount.
Eliana, what about a former spouse's work earnings?
Your former spouse must not be eligible for a higher benefit based on his or her own earnings. Of course, this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of retirement planning, which requires a careful examination of all of your income, assets, and liabilities. However, this aspect should not be overlooked when attempting to paint a full picture of both spouses' retirement strategies.
Well, thank you, Eliana and Robert. Listeners, to confidentially discuss how a divorce at age 50 or above may impact your or your ex's employee benefits, please contact Robert Epstein in Roseland, New Jersey at 973-994-7526 or Eliana Baer in Princeton at 609-895-3344. Fox Rothschild is a full-service law firm built to serve business leaders, backed by nearly 600 lawyers coast to coast. Our clients come to us because we understand their issues, their priorities, and the way they think. We help clients manage risk and make better decisions by offering practical advice. Visit us on the web at www.foxrothschild.com.